Yeah, hello everyone, Kiyan here, back from the dead because Heaven was finally getting a global release. I know I've been gone for a while. If I ever decided to stream, or if my internet let me, I can tell you all about it. But never about me, this video is about Heaven. With the update finally being posted on Heaven Twitter, feeding with more information about its release, you know, it woke me up because it's all good news. I mean, so far at least. However, Yoastar marketing really set up the game because we could not even hit 150k. But with this new and the game being released, hopefully this game will get as much hype as JP. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember JP getting that much hype anyway in the beginning. But then again, I'm the only one that hype for it because Yanagi is the singer. Anywho, in this video I will go over localization patch now because I mean JP been out for 2.5 years. We're trying to have global catch up and also get into what you want to hear, which is the character selection. So, if you don't even know about the game and wanted to get into it, here's a quick TLDR of the game. It's a visual novel with turn-based battle mechanic where your character wear different clothes in order to gain different ability to beat up cancer. Yeah, the enemy in this game are called cancer. Because JP have been released for 2.5 years, the BSF and Yoastar decided to throw a patch where it helped new player engage and not be bored, because the beginning of JP release was kinda tough. I mean, it's just repeating, rinse and repeat, you know? I wish more game does that, especially that one game from Crunchyroll, you know? Bring back Precon, please! Like I said earlier, because the game in JP have been released for 2.5 years, the game will be released in version 4.0 for global, which is year 2, so technically you're only half a year behind. The game will be released on iOS, Android, and Windows. I would assume it's Steam because that's where I've been playing the JP version. And because of the jump start, you'll be able to play up to chapter 3 of the main story, and on top of the 10 event that's been shown on screen right here. You'll have hours of content to work with, and you cry too. And not only that, 47 new SS style, global code Memoria, will be available for you to pull, which is 10 times better than what I first started with. We only have a couple of SS rank to work with, so that shit was rough. Now we get into the fun part of the patch, optimization. Since it's take a while for you to reach that end game you're looking for, or at least we've been on, the reward for the 6th event on screen will get a bonus reward, which should give you 1500 quartz total, a bunch of stuff, and 30 S-rank summoning ticket. On top of that, the requirement to play the event prism and dungeon battle will be lower, which can be unlocked by finishing day 1 of the event story. Now, due to the game repetitive nature of grinding, they optimize how much lifestone, stamina, can be used in one go. If you're rank 1 and 2, you will have to spend lifestone one by one, but once you get to that rank 3 and have completed chapter 1, day 11, you will be able to spend up to lifestone in one go. Now, because I came from JP version, so the name I'll be saying is completely different. Like Prison Battle, for some reason they call it Flashback Battle. I mean, it kinda makes sense. It's like you go back in time to fight your enemy, but then Prison sound better, no? Also, same thing for the Memoria. I'm not gonna call Memoria, I'm gonna call them style. And so on the topic of new style, good news for new player. You no longer have to reroll to get the character you want. That was the problem with JP version. It got so out of hand to the point where WSF have to start banning IP address if you make too many accounts. After finishing the tutorial, you will be able to pick the character that you want, which is great because again, rerolling suck. Now before going to which character is best to get, I should tell you all about each character so you have a general idea of what you're looking for. This will not be a tier list because they all have their own specific role when it comes to combat. However, I will mention which character is better to get because some of the characters in this list are kinda dog shit. SS5 Ruka is one of the best 5-star attacker early game and probably the most utilized character since you'll be getting her base SS version for free too. If you pick her up, then that's great because you'll be using her for a while as your SS attacker. However, her exclusive skill only does 30% to HP if you don't have 3 or more 31A character in your team. So be sure to add the other 31A character in your team if you are going to use her. SS Yuki is a terrible breaker to pick up because he does set recoil on her ult, which render her useless for 2 turns. During that time you won't be able to use her at all. Not to mention that her single hit damage is also mid despite getting a hit count up. So don't bother picking her since there are better breaker down in this list. Wow, unless you really like her. SS Megumi is a great debuffer for stunning enemy. However, this style exclusive skill is kinda dog shit because her 10 SP skill version also does stun and it AoE too, not single target. Honestly, I wouldn't be bothered picking up unless you really want her stun skill. SS Tsukasa is one of the best fire support if you have a fire character, otherwise he's kinda useless to have. Tsukasa exclusive skill create a fire zone which increase fire attack and boost party damage and also does damage. Normally this Tsukasa would be fine if her secondary skill is also a buff. Her secondary skill is an attack where you have a chance of getting SP back, which is kinda mid. SS Karen is one of the good early game blaster. She is quite good as an early game damage and an overdrive builder since her exclusive skill does 10 hit single target attack. Down the line, using her as a pop-up blaster will help you in the boss fight. Her secondary skill also does AoE, so you can use her for wave clear. Oh my god, it's my cute and funny healer. SS Tama not only heal your soul, but also heal your skill too. Her exclusive skill, restore broken character DP, this ensures that your team can keep fighting. However, you can only use it 2 times, so use it carefully. Her secondary skill have a chance of recovering SP while doing damage, which is useful if you're trying to stock up as much as SP as possible. With that being said, her S rank actually contains healing, therefore having Tama is actually very good because non-ultimate skill are there. Since we have a bunch of other SS style unlike back when I played the game, having Seika is actually decent because her exclusive skill also works as a debuffer since you either attack down or defense down the enemy that hit. Not only that, she also creates a thunder zone that boosts thunder damage, which is quite viable if you have any other thunder style. Her secondary skill boosts frontliner attack, which is whoever on the field, so you can use both ability during overdrive as an advantage to increase that sweet damage you're looking for. Similar to Karen, SS Byakuya is also a very good early game blaster for damage and overdrive builder with 11 hit attack. However, Byakuya gives herself a defense down debuff after 1 turn, so we want to switch her out after using her exclusive skill. Her second skill does a funny 5 hit single target damage, so does that, Lamau. SSCL is literally one of the best buffers you'll be using for a long while until you get power creep. Sierra acts as a healer due to her A-rank skill. Her secondary skills taunt the enemy, which, mind you, Sierra can be a tank. And her exclusive skill increases the whole party crit damage and rate. Your girl Sierra is an all-in-one support character. She's a healer, defender, and buffer. SS Miko is quite good for starting the game due to her AoE defense down from her exclusive skill. You can also increase her own crit rate by using her second skill to do more damage with exclusive if you have enough SP. But if I have to be completely honest, she's not even that good since there are better debuffer out there. SSL is still one of my favorite breaker and I still use her to this day to her stupid amount of damage. Without the necessary buff and debuff, Yaoi exclusive skill can nuke an entire DP bar on top of the HP due to a 2-hit attack. Well, if it lands of course, because Yaoi exclusive does not have a 100% hit rate. There is a chance that she will misfire and only deal 1 damage, which is a bro moment to see. Despite all that, if you decide to get her, then you'll be sticking with her for a long period because of how good she is. If you decide to get Sia, then you're set for a boss fight since her exclusive taunt all the enemy on screen. However, do note that she's a defender, therefore if there's a turn limit fight, then I would opt out to use DPS healer team instead of a defender team. With that being said, there are other defenders that does a better job of dealing damage and tanking. So I wouldn't recommend getting Gia. Now that we got the character out of the way, it's time for me to yap about who you should get and why. Do not think too much because since there are the style you can get since we're starting out with version 4.0. The first big 3 that I think are the best are Sierra, Tama, and Yaoi. Yaoi is a very strong breaker early game as long as you give her enough luck set to counteract the misfire issue. Sierra and Tama are both good, so it depends on how you play the game. If you have skill issue, then Tama would be your safe bet due to your exclusive skill. If you know what you're doing, then running CL will be a better choice since you can do pretty much anything support related. Your second best characters you get are Ruka, Karen, and Byakko. Notice that everyone in this list is some sort of a damager. This is because at the beginning of the game you got no decent DPS other than the 3 SS Ruka, which even that style is mid as hell. Down the line, you'll pull more characters so they'll slowly be replaced anyway, but for starting the game early, this is your best option for DPS. The next list is situational. It really depends on who you have down the line since Tsukasa and Seika are elemental team dependent. Miko is a good buffer, but you will still want a DPS you pair with her. And considering that you'll be starting with A and S rank style, the damage output will be quite questionable. Chia on the other hand is a good defender for a boss fight, but in dungeon where turns matter, she can quite be iffy. If you really want to use a defender, I recommend dropping Chia and go for any other style since they both tank and do some sort of damage. The last on the list is what you should be avoiding. Yuki and Megumi are both terrible characters to have early game because they're pretty much useless and doesn't this have the damage that you want. You better off using the regular S rank style than using them in my opinion. With all that being said, hopefully you know which character you aim for, and if you don't, that's okay. Just enjoy the story. You end up getting a lot more style down the future with better skill and such. Plus we are starting with 4.0, so there's no need to worry as hard as of right now. Remember, there's always a chance to Gacha. With your wallet of course. Thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. If you don't, then you know what to do. I'll be making more guys, so click the notification and I'll send you the bell. You can join the Hebban server that I'm in, or in my own server, Hana. Both links will be in the description below. With that all being said, I will see y'all later.